Hi, this is your application specialist, Adam Best at FREY Municipal Software. Today, I'll be demonstrating some great tips and tricks for the CHIPS Payroll System Release 16. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to explore and learn how to get more value from your CHIPS Payroll System. I have 12 items to share with you in today's demonstration. So let's get started. For the first item, we're going to talk about globally add deduction earnings. In CHIPS 16 release, there is an option to globally add deduction earning codes. To add this option, we're going to go here to Employees, Global Changes, Add Deduction Earning Codes. This feature will allow users to globally add deduction earning codes, and we'll be able to sort this by department range, by employee number range, by employee category range. You can also search by or have it by employee status. But down here, we can click on here, and let's say we want to globally add a 401k. Any employees that already have the 401k will go ahead and be skipped. Or for employees that have 30 permanent deduction earning codes, they will be skipped because they can no longer have any more deduction earning codes. For the second tip and trick, I'm going to talk about purge history. With the update of CHIPS 16 release, there's an option to purge employee history information. The option can be found under File, Utilities, Purge Files, History. The Purge File screen will allow you to purge history by pay period date, by check date. The report sequence can be by name, by number, or by social security number. And then down here you can have it print out by department. You can print out all the purge records, and you can also protect the social security number in it as well. The third item I'm going to talk about is the detailed hours report. Down here under reports, the details hours report is similar to the expanded hours report. The details hour report lists all of each of the payroll transactions within the selected range, the type of hours within that range in the CHIPS detailed hours report. It can be sequenced by name, by number, or by social security number. Here we can have it by pay period date or check date, and it's going to list all the transactions within that date range. We can also have it print a blank page between departments, and we can also protect the social security number. If we're going to go ahead and let's pull that report up and go ahead and preview that. And here you can see the details hour report. It's by department. Then you have employee number, employee name, the pay period, and here you see all the detailed hours with the pay, and then the hours associated with it. And with this, we'll see this one employee and all of their dates and all the hours. Down at the bottom, we're going to have a department total under each department, and then a grand total at the very bottom with all the employee information added together. For the fourth item, we're going to talk about deduction earning codes. For earning codes, there's now a yearly maximum, and that yearly maximum can be found in the deduction earning code itself. If we go right in here, we go to like right here, and right here's the yearly maximum that we can type in amount, and we can also select this do not allow yearly maximum to be overridden. That is also found if we go over here to employees, employee maintenance, and we select any one of the employees here that we want to. We go to their deduction earning tab, and we double click here on any of their deduction earnings, and that same use yearly maximums is in here as well. So it's on the code itself, and it's on an individual employee. This will be used if a specific earning amount is not allowed to be exceeded in a predefining amount. For the fifth option, we're going to talk about images. Throughout the system, wherever there's an option to attach an image, like in employee notes, so we're going to go in here to employees, go to the notes tab, and if we pick any note here, wherever we can select an image, there is now an option to have an email saved in here. If you have a saved email, it can be attached. It's by the extension ELM or MSG. This will allow the user to link a saved email to the notes within employee maintenance in this case. For example, if the employee makes a request via email, this email can be saved for the record. The saved email would be linked for future reference for individual employee notes. For the sixth option, we're going to stay in employee maintenance. An additional filing status has been added to employees here. Just going to double click on employee. The filing status is married filing separately. This matches statuses based on Form W-4. When using this status, the withholding taxes will be calculated using the filing status single table. This makes it a snap to produce the document for EEOC for any reporting which recognizes married employees that file at the higher single rate. For the seventh tip and trick, I would like to talk about affordable care and how it is in CHIPS. If we go in here into employee maintenance, we go into an employee, and on the affordable care or ACA reporting tab, we now have this insert button. This insert button will now allow you to insert in between or on top where any current employee information might be about dependents. Well, previously we only had the add button that would add down at the bottom. So we click here on insert, and then we could go ahead and insert a name. Like I'm just going to go ahead and just make up a name. I'm going to say like, let's say that they have a son named Jack. I don't know, I'm just making up things. And let's put date in here, and then let's say OK. And you see when I clicked on insert, it put the top, but if I would click on add, it put on the bottom. For the eighth one, we're going to talk about a comment field. This is a comment field that is found in, if we go in here, under direct deposits, under any of the 10 direct deposit lines here, we can click on edit, and there's a comment field here. So we could say, like in this case, that's a checking account. Well, let's go into one of the savings accounts, and let's say that they have a special savings account that they're going to have for Christmas. We could put in Christmas savings, and then we can say OK, and then you're going to see that that comment field is going to appear right there. For the ninth tip and trick, we're going to talk about deduction codes. Now if we go in here to deduction codes under General Deduction Codes, and it only applies to all deduction types, before tax deductions, retirement, and hours-based deduction codes. So here, for our example, we're going to look at health insurance. If we double click on health insurance, and let's say this is only an employer health insurance, we don't want the employee paying anything. Currently we have both of them selected. Both of them can be taken out of the employee portion and the employer portion. Now what if we turn this off and it's only employer paid health insurance? I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, and I'm going to cancel. And when I go into employee maintenance right here, when you go into employee maintenance, I'm going to double click on here, and when I go into their health insurance under their deduction earnings tab, and I double click on here, you can see I cannot even select or accidentally put anything into the employee side of the deduction earning codes. Now, for example, how it currently was before I turn that option on. If we go back under here under General, Dash Deduction Earning Codes, and we go down here to the health insurance code, I'm going to go ahead and turn that employee portion of that code on, and I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Now when I go back into that employee, and I double click on here, and I go back into the deduction earning codes tab, and I double click on that deduction earning code, you can see right here that that deduction earning code is now back to being available. For the 10th tip and trick, I'm going to go in and talk about direct deposits. There is a new option in direct deposits where we can go in here. We can go to Mr. Palmer here. We can go to direct deposits, and if you click on edit, you'll notice there's this brand new primary account option that's in here. Now when this is clicked on and we do payroll, we can actually tell it to do 100% to just this account and not divide among the other accounts. So let's go in and let's do a payroll example. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we say OK here. We can see that's set as your primary account. We say OK here, and let's go down here to payroll, and let's go to time payroll, and we're going to do payroll as of tomorrow. So I'm going to go and click on add, and then when I add in Mr. Palmer here, I can say send payments to amount to primary direct deposit account. When this is selected, 100% of his pay will go to that account, and it will go to no other accounts. That this is an option that we could use here as, for example, for bonuses, longevity payouts, off-time payouts, and there could be list could be many more. For the last tip and trick, I'm going to go into employee maintenance. So if we click here under employees, employee maintenance, and we can pick any of the employees here, we're looking for the SOC code. The SOC code is a standard occupational classification code assigned by the United States Department of Labor, U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is a 6-digit code that will automatically format after we press the enter button and we entered in the code there. This can be located on the employee full report. And for code statistics or code information, please see the link that is at the bottom of the tips and tricks. This concludes the CHIPS Payroll Release 16 Tips and Tricks presentation. This is Adam Best. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and picked up on many items that will enhance your daily CHIPS experience. If you have any questions over any of the material I covered in this presentation, please don't hesitate to contact us at support. The number is 1-800-659-3739. Once again, that number is 1-800-659-3739. We'll be happy to assist you. Thank you.